Hello everyone and welcome to This Week in Racer Basketball. My name is JT Wiskowski, joined today by Coach Rob Cross. Now Coach, Racers are 8-8 on the season, 1-3 in OVC play, and they were 7-5 in out-of-conference play. Now let's take a look back, and a few games I want to talk about that were out-of-conference was one of the first key wins for me, and maybe for you too, and you can bring something up if you want, and that was the win against Evansville, 62-50, and it showed that a lot of our freshmen were ready to play at the level.
Right, it was our first road game against Division I competition. I was very impressed defensively with our attention to detail. I think we held them to 19% from the field, which was outstanding. And they had just beaten an OVC team in Eastern Illinois that won a championship last year in the regular season in our division by 35 the game before. So I was very, very pleased with how things went for our first road contest. And, it was after that I really felt like our young players were going to be able to step up during games. We had seen good things in practice, but you never really know until you step on the court in live action.
Yeah, and one player in particular who's really stepped up this entire year, and really in the Xavier game, that's Jansen Starks. But of course, we lost to Xavier 66-70, but they're a big school, and we really did a good job of, especially the freshmen, of stepping up and filling the shoes.
Yeah, a tough environment. You're playing a Big East team on the road, and we led most of the game, and it really came down to the wire. And Jansen played an outstanding game. Scored double figures, scored 15 points, I believe, and didn't turn the ball over. And the thing that she's done so well, making the adjustments, she really takes care of the basketball. She's got over a 2.5 to 1 assist to turnover ratio, which is outstanding for anybody. She leads our conference in that category, but for a freshman point guard to be expected to do that and come through, just very pleased with how things went in that game. And to this point in the season, I think, our players have done a good job adjusting to this level. We're in the top 10 in the nation in fewest turnovers per game. I think we're 5th as we speak, and just really pleased with how they've done.
Yeah, another thing I do want to talk about, and that's just the entire season as a whole, and that's the freshmen and the bench. The bench has been doing a great job of filling in and coming in and scoring points when needed.
Well, the one thing about this team, we're a very, very unselfish group, and they share the basketball. We talk a little bit about making sure that you're a ball mover, not a ball stopper, and the team, they trust their teammates to be able to make plays and make the open shot. So they're doing a great job of moving the basketball and creating scoring opportunities for their teammates. And we've, to this point, although we haven't shot it as well from the field as I would like to, we've done a great job getting to the free throw line. We started shooting free throws much better here lately. We lead the conference in that category right now, and we're one of the top 10 teams in the nation in three-point field goals made per game. So our penetration and kick game has been pretty good, and we're shooting the ball before we turn it over. That's part of it.
Yeah, well, another thing is the in-conference play, rather. 1-3 so far in conference with losses to EKU, Belmont, and UTM, but we did beat Austin Peay. And one game I do want to touch on is the UTM game. It was a heartbreaker, and one of the closest games I've seen the team play, probably the best game I've seen the team play too. And talk about that a little bit.
Well, our conference start, it's been a rough start to the conference schedule for us. Eastern Kentucky is probably the best team in the East, and Belmont's probably the second best team in the East in those divisions. And we've had to play those two teams on the road, and those were certainly tough losses. But we had opportunities in both games to win the game. I think 10 minutes ago in the Eastern Kentucky game, we had a lead. In the Belmont game, a minute and a half to go, it was a 1-point game. And we led most of the game. And then the UT Martin, they're three-time defending champion. They've been to the tournament, NCAA tournament, 3 years in a row. Probably have the two best players in the conference, and they're two guards, and they both average over 20 points a game. So you have to score with them. Very, very pleased with the confidence that our team played with in that game and the energy. The game was back and forth. It was really both teams were able to build an 8 to 10 point lead, and both teams were able to come back from those leads. And I thought the resiliency and the mental toughness that our young players showed in that game, really should give us confidence moving forward in the conference, because you went toe-to-toe with the best team in the league, and one possession changes. You get one defensive stop, one rebound, the ball bounces the right way one more time, you make one more free throw or one more shot, then you've got a big win right there. So very, very happy with how that went, despite the loss. Sometimes you play games and you play as well as you can play and you still lose. And sometimes you just got to give the other team credit, the other person credit, and that's really the way that game was. Either team could have won, and it would have been the right outcome.
A player giving you very quality minutes, when you talked about this on the radio a little bit, and that's Tanya Jackson, doing a great job hitting her free throws finally and getting to the basket and using her power step when she's at the basket and finishing.
Yeah, since we got back from Christmas break, she has given us quality minutes. We've got to find a way to play her more, and as we learn that we can rely on her to be on the court, because she stopped committing the silly fouls here the last 2 ball games, and we've really got to find a way to utilize her skill set and her size more than we have, and that's something we're going to work on going forward this week. I think she could be a tremendous asset to our team. She's a great passing post player, and that's something that can cause problems with the perimeter shooters we can put on the floor for teams.
Yeah, and now let's look towards the future a little bit. This week is SIUE on Saturday, and next week on Monday is EIU. And what are you looking for from them?
Well, SIUE is they're athletic, they're big. They'll start a 6'4" post possibly. She started their last game. They're a great rebounding team. They'll mix their defenses up. They'll play some zone, they'll play some man, and it's going to be a tough challenge for us. It's a great environment in their arena, and we've got to play better on the offensive end in that game than we did against Belmont last night, and that's one of the things we've got to slow down a little bit and make some shots. I thought we forced some things last night, which led to some missed shots that normally we would make. We were kind of in a hurry, probably trying to make up for the absence of Kiana Kirby on the fly, and some players probably had in their heads that they had to do a little more. So I thought we pressed a little bit, and we've got to be better than that in that game. And then Eastern Illinois, they've got several kids that can really shoot it well from the perimeter, and they have a post player. Sabina is one of the best players in the league right now, and they can throw it into her. She can shoot the 3, but they can throw it into her, and she can score in a variety of ways around the basket, and she leads the league in block shots. So those are going to be 2 tough games on the road. They're 2 games that we should have an opportunity to win if we play well, and hopefully we just improve and are better than we were last night.
All right, for Coach Rob Cross, I'm JT Wiskowski. Thanks for tuning in, Racer fans.